Good day, lovely tourists. Today I will do a guiding tour around Medellin. Um, my name is Karen Gochak. I will be your tourist guide. So I will show you two cultural historical places, which are going to be uh, the Comuna 13 and the House of History Museum. That's all located in Medellin. And the next step will be two natural places, which will be Park Arvi, which is an amazing place, and Piedras Blancas Park. So our first tourist is Matthew Denon. He comes from France. He's 35 years old, and his employment is photograph around the world. Great. Our second tourist is Alba Simon. She's America. She's coming from Utah, and she's 39 years old. She works as a finance manager. So I arrive to pick up the tourists like at the Bella Vista Hotel. So I arrive and I present myself. So, hello, good morning. I introduce myself to you. My name is Karen Gottschalk. I will be your tourist guide for these 2 days. How are you? So Matthew and Alba answered, great, thank you. So dear Matthew and Alba, please take these travel brochures so you know exactly our steps during those 4 points, two natural and two cultural historical. And here's also my professional card that accredits me as a professional bilingual guide. And let's go in the touristic van that will drive us to Comuna 13. Great. So, as you can see, the Comuna 30 is a historic place of urban military operation from 2002 until today. A tour full of history, transformation, and evolution of our city, represented in colors and marked works of art on its walls. The only neighborhood in Colombia with escalators and streets around the neighborhood. Matthew, would you explain the part of the military operation a bit more? Of course, Matthew. The military operation was called the Orion Operation that was carried out between October 2002 in San Javier, which is today the Comuna 13 in Medellin. The person in charge was named Marta Lucia Ramirez. In that time, she was the Minister of Defense. And together with President Uribe, their mission was to convert the dangerous place in San Javier into Comuna 13, a touristic place and an end to all the urban military groups like La Guerrilla called Las FARC, which is the Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia, and the National Liberation Army ELN. So this project was carried out with the title Declaration of Exception. Alba, so how many people died? Well, Alba, 71 people were killed by the paramilitaries, 80 people were injured, 12 people got tortured, and 92 forced disappearances, and 370 arbitrary arrests. Matthew, in which year did these people settle down? They started in 1980 when the first ones arrived here. They organized their own homes, streets, aqueducts throughout the neighbor by themselves. They had there was no legal settlement, so they had to do all by themselves. So Matthew, so all these paintings and graffitis, when were they made? They were made in October 2012, after the Minister of Defense and Uribe did this declaration of exception process and could how do you say, eliminate all the guerrillas and ALN. So many tourists around Medellin came and together they started to paint these beautiful graffitis. They were of course sponsored by the government, and also the stairs were implanted, everything for the tourists. So we have here some nice graffitis of Comuna 13. Great. So we continue. It is beautiful. May I take some pictures of these artistic wall paintings? Alba, very interesting. And what do you recommend for lunch? Any something typical for drink? Yes, we will go to the restaurant Cremas Alba 13. There you can order typical bandeja paisa. It's a typical dish with rice, white rice, red bean, ground meat, avocado, egg, pork greens. And to drink, you can ask for guarapo. This is a typical drink of our Indian people. It's alcoholic. Great. So now, okay, you have lunch and then we finish. And after that, we will go to the metro station San Javier and we will walk to the House of Memory Museum. Okay, so we arrive Casa de la Memoria Museum. So this House of Memory, it's a museum dedicated to the preservation of the events that happened in the history of the country and how to overcome them. It contributes to the understanding and overcoming of the armed conflict in the country. There are many histories so that people know the facts and transform the present. It is an open space and in permanent dialogue, contributing to the respect and appreciation of life. Alba, very interesting. This way we can appreciate all the history. Matthew, I also have so much information and facts to know about this country. I'm very interested in the history. Okay, we are going now to enter Medellin memory of violence and the resistance hall. Alba, I like this room because we could see all the problems that Colombian cities and urban places have suffered with the armed conflicts and how this affects different populations. Of course, Alba, it's also a problem from which we still suffer today. How about we go in the next room? Alba, and what's in the next room? We're going to enter the Colombia Paradise Strip Room. This is a place where the government of Medellin and of Colombia has put a place to construct peace. And after that, we will share a coffee. Great. So, here are some images of this place. Great. So, after that, we go now to the coffee. And Matthew asks, I would like a cappuccino and no sugar, please. And Alba, give me some strong coffee and some cookies, please. Got it. And for me, an orange juice, please. So, and guys, Alba and Matthew, how did you find the tour? Are you enjoying it? Alba, I like this one more than the Comuna 13th. Matthew, I like both places. Guide, very good. So let me know if you have more questions. So, the guide finishes the tour with the French and American tourists, Matthew and Alba. These are taken to the Hotel Bella Vista, where they will rest for a new adventure next day. So next day, we will go to Park RV and Piedras Blancas. So I arrive at the hotel at 8 a.m. So, hello, good morning. How are you guys? And both. Tourists respond, very good, thank you. We had an excellent night. I am very glad to see that you liked the tourist tour yesterday. Today we will see nature and ecology. This Alba, of course, I'm very excited. Guide, today we'll do two natural parks, RV Park and Piedras Blancas Ecological Park. Great, so we continue. So we arrive at the RV park with the van, and I give a brief introduction to both tourists. So the RV Regional Ecotourism Park is an ecological natural park located in the northeast of Medellin. It covers the territories of several municipalities in the department of Antioquia. So, the investment in this park is the largest of this kind in the country. It's made entirely by regional state entities. It has 16,000 hectares, 1,760 of which are in a original state of natural forest. And it's equipped with 54 kilometers of trails to facilitate the movement and walks of tourists and visitors. Matthew. Is it true that it's a national heritage? Yes, a large area of this natural reserve has been declared a national heritage. So, dear tourists, let's start our trekking. We will take a medium level of this trekking force. So, just follow me. So, they do all the trekking. So, Matthew asked, can natural resources such as moss, cape soil, fauna, or farm products be extracted? No, Matthew. This type of action is totally prohibited. All the natural resources and species that you find in your visit to the park belong to the forest, and there they must remain. Allow other people, other visitors, future friends to enjoy all the wonders that the earth gives us. So we're finishing the trekking and we get ready for the bike tour. So I will do a brief of the bike tour. So the tour will be carried out through the forest, whose objective is to promote the use of environmental friendly transport, and they're made by one of the park's enabled trails and on the main road. Alba, how long will this tour last? So I say approximately 1 hour, but the duration also depends on the type of bike you choose, of course. So we do the biking tour, and after the biking tour, we do birding, which means bird watching. So this will be a memorable experience. You will be able to observe endemic birds of this region. Matthew, are we allowed to take pictures? Yes, sure, you can do this, but without flash so the birds don't get disrupted. Alba, how many species of birds will we observe? So I say approximately 69 bird species you will see. And you can enjoy their majesty in their colorful plumage and melodious songs. Could you tell us some of the bird names, please? Yes, of course. We can observe the barraqueros, the carriquí, the masked trogon, the orange warbler, zebrita, among many others. Alba, oh, they're really stunning. I can see why the parks are so protected. Yes, that's true. So now that we have finished with the bird watching, I will take you to a nice place where we can do a picnic. I have all the provisions ready for you to enjoy your picnic. So we go to the picnic place. It's under the trees, so just feel comfortable, and here we stay 1 more hours. Okay, so we leave now to Piedras Blancas Ecological Park. So, we get picked up by the van and get taken to Piedras Blancas Ecological Park. I do a short briefing about this park, and now we will enter the Piedras Blancas Ecological Park, the only one with an entomological museum. This is a museum of insects. So I will tell you a little bit about the park. It is located 45 minutes away from Medellin. It is a space distinguished for fun and relaxation for all the visitors. The park is around 18 hectares and the weather is characterized as a bit colder. That's why I asked you to bring um, light jackets and good shoes because the weather is 15 degrees. So it's a place to enjoy the natural spaces. So let's go now to visit the butterfly farm. This is our first point. And we will have a specialist on butterflies so you can ask him all the questions. So, Alba, are the butterflies always coming out? And what time schedules do they have? So, the specialist in butterflies, yes, they always come out as they need to energy from the sun to fly. And Matthew, how many species are there? Specialist in butterflies. There are more than 20 different species of butterflies. Both tourists, Matthew and Alva, they are really beautiful, especially the monarch butterfly. This one? Great. So, thank you very much, Sir Specialist of Butterfly. And now we will go to the Entomological Museum. We will discover the fascinating world of insects, the only one in all of Latin America, open to the public with a great diversity of species. So, Alba, so how many species of insects exist there in guides? Approximately 15,000 insects in perfect conditions. In this place, you will find colorful butterflies, insects, crickets, and vermin from the region. So, this is the Museum of the Insects. So, after seeing the museum, they will do the 45 minutes trail with some particular attractions. And to finish the tour guide, we will make a boat tour around the beauty of the lake. So this will be the lake and this will be the boat tour. So after that, if you don't have any more questions, we will finish the tour. We will get picked up by the van and we will be returned to your hotels, dear guests and tourists. So it was a pleasure working with you today.